Fuck that dude. Jinichiro sucks. That was such a rough fight. Alright, so play a little Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm really surprised at how long this game is. It's got gameplay for fucking days. I've done like, I think 12 sessions, so 5 hours roughly each session. Some of them are like 6 or 7 hours. So yeah, more than 60 hours of this game, and there's still more. It's crazy. Fortunately, I'm enjoying it. I know not everyone dug it, although it got pretty good reviews, but I don't know if Sky is still around and lurking and chilling, but I was curious as to whether he did the DLC, the Frozen Wilds. I think he said that he didn't, but I've been digging that. The like voice acting and all that I think is really good. The characters are a little bit more memorable. Oh, that's some good ass cider. You know what they say? Cider after absinthe, you're yeah. I think that's the extent of the saying.
Taken down many machines, but
Boom! So where were we at? We last played this a week ago. You'd think that I would have a memory that lasted that long, but you'd think fucking wrong, wouldn't you? Let's go. Equip my good bow. Go talk to this merchant up here. Seems to have a quest for me. Oh no, it's the person next to them.
What can I do for you, Bergrand?
Mourn my poor departed luck. I finally met some Banuk keen to trade with Outlanders. Then, they up and vanished. 3 Banuk hunters rolled in a few days ago.
Oh yeah, this voice actor, someone was saying they were from
how to strip a machine
something. Is this the guy? He's from Walking Dead?
To outfit them for a long
the Walking Dead video games?
You know me, Aloy. I'm sentimental. So, I did it on credit.
And they haven't paid.
Well, they tried. Just look what they did to this Thunderjaw heart. But that was ages ago. And I'm starting to worry about them.
Tell me, Bergrand, are you worried about their well-being or your purse strings?
A man can worry about 2 things.
Uh-huh. What kind of deal was this, really?
Just what I said. I was nothing but generous, Aloy. After they dropped this ruined heart at my feet, I even gave them another chance. Sent them to fetch a few other parts I need.
But you haven't
Dude's
seen
hat
them
is
since.
wild.
Hide nor hair.
What do you mean they
I
couldn't
can't tell what's going on the sides of it, whether that's his hair
Banuk. That's shaman's work, you see.
or like
The hunters take
some
down
other
the
cloth.
machines. The shaman.
Oh, maybe it's like a bandana underneath a hat that has holes on the sides.
These 3, just 2 youngsters sniping at each other, and that big fella standing there smiling.
So if
That's
the Banuk
wild.
don't usually hunt without a shaman, what's the story with these 3?
They weren't telling, but Hammer to Steel is not a happy story, whatever it is.
Oh my god, my fucking back.
You said they asked you to outfit them for a trip.
It's crazy. You carry like a 20-pound baby around for hours every day,
So they're leaving Banuk
and
territory.
Sensible behavior.
starts to make you
Still,
sore.
I get the sense this wasn't a sightseeing trip. They're running from something.
I'm not a debt collector, Bergrand. If I look for them, it'll be to make sure they're all right.
Of course, of course. Fires of the Forge, forgive me. I actually like these idiots. The molten steel of youth and all that. But if you do manage to find them, you could remind them of the deal we made. A scorcher claw, a loop of sinew from a stalk.
This dude.
And a snap.
Hey, thank you so much for the host, Chucky. I appreciate that.
And then
How you doing tonight, man?
Just make sure they don't bust them up too badly.
I'll consider it.
Last I saw them, they were heading northeast. Good machine hunting up that way.
Go machine
If you
hunt.
decide they're worth the trouble, you might look for them there.
All right, well let's do the quests. Where is that? Oh, that's way fucking off the beaten path. Okay, well, we might as well do this other mission that we're right next to.
How many great
Doop,
warriors
doop,
have they
doop.
ignored?
Doop doop doo doop doo doop doo doop doop doo doo.
To creep closer to Anouk lands, they should exercise some caution.
Some say Sakuli's paintings tell of the past, others say the future. Whichever it is, the work is
Challenge
impressive.
Aratak.
The record of the hunting grounds is impressive.
Who dat? Where's he at? Oh, he's down below. Yo, Willowrocks. Welcome back, sir. You change your title? Nope, didn't change the game or title. We're doing boogie % speedruns. All right.
It's odd to see new machines in the cup. We mustn't let them frighten us.
Let me just change my game title to HCD. Get rid of my fucking speedrun tags. And,
Good luck talking.
boom.
About her painting.
Updated. Good call. I'm here too, still just,
Whatever's happening in Thunder's Drum,
tired.
not enough to
Been
bring
longer
down
than I
the
planned. I was up at 5 a.m. this morning for work. Oof. 5 a.m., dude, that's crazy. That's way too early. Is that just because of the like
Whatever
travel time and
happens,
stuff?
we
Like,
can't let the Daemons work take
sounds way too
control
early.
from us. That's not
My people have been telling tales of your
it's still
accomplishments.
dark out of that hour at this time of year, dude. You started at 6. Holy
Seems
fuck,
you have
man.
Taken a special interest in our stretch of snow, Outlander.
Yes.
When is your work even open?
Apparently, this is the only way I'll get to see all of it.
Is this a challenge?
For the Warwick.
You? This must be a joke.
It is not a joke, Aratak.
Oh shit.
Now I see. The
Tomorrow,
Outlander's your pawn.
12 to 8:30.
And with you backing
And
her
back at
claim, I have no
7:30.
choice
Oof.
but to accept. I expected better of
Are
you,
they allowed to
sister.
do that?
It was you
To
who
book you
forbid
to
me from
work
Thunder's Drum,
a shift
brother.
that starts less than 12 hours after the previous one ends? I
Brother and sister.
don't think they can legally do that
This is a little more
in the
complicated than I
government
thought.
job that I was working.
No, it's simple.
Hey, Morbid, how you
You
doing?
will meet me at the Frost Figures. And
Thought
I'll
about your
put a
neck
quick
pain? What's your
end to
pillow
this mockery.
situation? I own one. We open at 7, right? So you got like an hour of prep and stuff. The minimum's 10
suppose
hours.
they owe
Oof,
you an
fuck, that's fucked, man.
I suppose you
Like, that's
do.
not enough time to like get home, eat a meal, sleep, wake up, and eat
Why
breakfast.
didn't you tell me that you and Aratak are siblings?
That's enough
I
time
thought
to
I wouldn't
get
have
home,
to.
sleep, wake up, and just go back to work.
I'm
That's
surprised
fucked.
Aratak brought it up in front of a stranger. He must be very angry.
You still have a neck shoulder pain? Oh
He's
fuck
the
yeah.
best judge of people. I prefer the company of spirits.
Every time I like straighten my
Or
back
simply my own.
and
I didn't want you to think of
move
a
my head
pilgrimage
back,
as some
there's like
sort
a
of
pop.
family squabble. It's much more important than that.
yeah, it's pretty bad. Your mom had her surgery? Yeah, I hate weeks like this. Yeah, that sucks, dude. That's what, like, aren't you basically the acting manager? Get fucking... Make your own hours. Just be like, I'm only working mornings this week, or I'm only working closes this week or something. Can't you fucking mess with the schedule a bit? Get your fingers up in there. Your pillow's too flat or too high? Or you're sleeping on 2 for some reason, it could be contributing? Yeah, it could be. It could totally be. Absolutely. Yeah. Maybe I should have a fatter pillow. Mine's really, really soft. Assistant manager with staff shortages? That's crazy. That sucks, man. So you're just forced to fill in wherever possible and stuff? You need to start turning your work into like a pyramid scheme and just like recruiting people you know to work at your at your fucking business. I love my pillow. It's like 20 years old. You're supposed to replace your pillow more often than that.
It's bold, I'll give you that.
Your pillow is
Going
probably
after your brother.
primarily dead
He
skin
gave
cells.
me no choice. He thinks I'm a child to be shoved to the back of the hunt. He would forbid me from my destiny. And yet, part of me did it knowing he would forgive me, eventually. He always does.
Use pillow covers? Yeah, still. That'd be interesting. Really, do I like being in charge of friends, though? Well, yeah, I guess that is a thing. But, like, I don't know if they're good friends. Like, I worked with Sircon for, like, a year and a half.
Family drama aside.
And we got on awesomely.
Meant to be anyway.
You and Aratak will have
It was a lot of
machines
fun.
Frost figures.
And he was, like,
the victor,
basically in charge. He was the driver on the truck that we worked on for
when you meet us at the starting point.
fucking all
Tell you
day,
what.
every day. And then we'd get home and play Call of Duty together,
From the base of the hills.
like right across the street from each other. It was an awesome time. Got one of those memory foam pillows on sale like 4 years ago. Worth it? Oh, that might be an idea. We got something like that, but it's shaped really oddly. It's like the pillow. If you look at it from like from the end, like it's you know, like you're staring at the end of a burrito. The shape of it is like it's like this wide, and then it goes across, and then it's bulbous at one end, so it's almost like a yoga wedge, but like much lower profile. It's really weird. It's challenging to describe, but it was something that that my wife picked me up to help, thinking it would help with my neck problems, but I found it didn't help at all. It kind of made things worse. But I don't know, maybe we should try and absurdly expensive, but so has everything to do with sleep. It's true. Almost wants to buy a new pillow for me. Yeah, just get a new pillow, man. Yeah, I would recommend a new
It's not about
pillow.
Who's related to who? I want to know what's inside Thunder's drum.
Here,
The spirit, the daemon, and how it all connects to the machine.
this is me writing you a prescription for a new pillow.
I need you to be straight with me.
I underestimated you. And Aratak. I won't make that mistake again.
See you at the Frost figures then. So, off to risk my life in order to take charge of a Banuk hunting band. Just what I always wanted. Frost figures. Here I come.
Okay, so fast travel. Yeah, getting a new pillow now and then is really good for you. That might be part of it. I haven't gotten a new pillow actually in probably a couple of years. Yeah, their structural integrity begins to go. The stuff that they're full of starts sort of condensing more and more. Oh, sweet. I love when you fast travel somewhere and just immediately upon arrival, enemies are aggroed. Where are the roads? Oh, this is the road, technically. And then this? Nope, I'm to the right of it.
To me. The Frost figures. Aratak and Rhea must be
There we are.
close.
Gonna call my mount. Perfect timing for my mount to arrive. I didn't know I was this close. As you have a 13-year-old pillow, because it turns out your elderly cat just decided that he is your pillow and burrows into your head as you sleep. Hey, as long as you've got one, right? Get myself some aminals. So that symbol over his head means he's an ally, I believe.
Outlander. I have prevailed over such challenges before. And fear
This guy's fucking outfit is
this one.
real over the top. I love it.
You are not Banuk. You do not understand my responsibilities. I ask you, one hunter to another, withdraw.
Do you like having a cat as a pillow?
Will you let us go to Thunder's Drum?
You haven't seen what's up there, Outlander. I will not risk my sister's life again.
Then we better get on with this.
So be it. I will bury your insolent claim in the frozen ground.
Enough! Let us begin. To hunt, to strive. That is the way of the Banuk and of the contest before you.
All right, let's get hunting.
You will climb the frost figures from the east, Aratok from the west. Each trail wends its
Is that
way
we dead
through
now?
deadly
The
machines.
ASMR was purring was nice. I was
Hunters
worried about crushing
from
him
the
though.
warehouse
That's
will be
understandable.
posted along the way.
That's a shame. It's
will
it's always
hail
such a shame when
calling out machines for you to
when like
slay.
a pet
Your hunt
passes.
will take you around the ridge
There's
to the
such a
center,
part of the family.
where you must descend to the valley for your final kill.
So when my childhood
Each time,
dog passed,
after your prey is fallen, you
Very,
must
very
launch a
sad
beacon
time.
such as this, so that
One of the
all
last
our
times I
kin
cried,
will see
actually.
your progress.
I was like I think 14 at the time.
Kill machines, launch balloons. Got it. So, the first of us to launch the third balloon wins?
Well, yes. But as challenger, your path to victory is harder. If even one of your beacons comes in after Aratox, he prevails.
Huh. Things are really
Glad
read me as a challenger.
Outlander.
So did you.
The hunt begins on my mark.
Heart failure, and it was time. Hated the pills, hated the vet visits. Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, they just get older and things start failing. That's just how it is. Just their time.
All right, gotta head up that mountain.
But that's fine. I mean, that's just how it works. Circle of life.
Looks like there are a few ways to go up. And those rock paintings mark the path.
I've known a lot of people that I've been very close to who have passed over the course of the last like decade or so, but I've been a lot more comfortable with the idea of death. Like I don't know, it just sort of clicked with me at a certain point that like death is just part of it, you know? It's like totally normal, has to happen, it's absolutely necessary. And I don't know, I don't really get sad. Oh fuck. Sad about death anymore. I mean, premature death is still very sad. I've known people who have OD'd and stuff like that. Unfortunately, there's a thing in BC. Our province has actually declared a state of emergency because of the number of overdoses that have been occurring. Because there's fentanyl in people's drugs, so people are, I don't know, doing coke or whatever and ending up overdosing off of fentanyl.
I seem to be on the right path.
And it's gotten bad enough that we've declared a state of emergency over it. It's real bad. So I've known like 3 people who have passed that way, just doing recreational drugs at parties and stuff and dying from it.
Almost to the top.
Take on the responsibility, give them a good end when you take on a pet. Absolutely.
All right, Challenger. You need to take off the herd below. Every machine.
We're hurt. Okay, I can do that.
Flash me again, I dare you. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you in the eye hole.
Finish off the herd.
What the fuck? Why is my... Oh, my controller fucking unplugging. Get fucked. Boom. Poor drug takers thinking they're getting whatever their drug of choice is rather than an unadulterated product. Yeah, it's become a serious problem. It's become a literal epidemic. Launch your balloon.
Come on, climb up here.
All right, here we go.
Now climb the ridge and launch your balloon.
Yeah, it's been a rough time for casual drug users. Fortunately, I personally don't really have any interest.
Haratok knows what he's doing. No time to waste.
But it's hit the punk and metal scene pretty hard, that's for sure.
Two Bellowbacks ahead, Challenger. Kill them both. None of the other machines matter.
2 dead Bellowbacks. Yep.
Okay, we need to kill these Bellowbacks. One of us. I'm gonna override as many allies as I can. Situation here really sucks because it's like it's not exactly like there's an outcry from the average person who's just like, yeah, we'll fucking take the drugs then, because you know they obviously don't have any kind of addiction problems. So they're just like, fly yourself up by your fucking bootstraps, don't do the drugs. Well, not quite how it works. Hey guys, yeah, dude, have an awesome night, Sky. Thank you again for the raid. I really appreciate that, dude. Oh my god, oh my god! Backstab them twice.
Okay, now to the
Over
marker.
here, Challenger. Raise your marker.
Now's
That was
the marker.
intense.
Let's get moving, Aloy. Don't have all day. Now where's that?
Come on
Can't
over
get
here
enough of
and
those
launch your
med
balloon.
supplies. Never get enough. Fuck, man, where do I climb? Just Skyrim my way up.
What are you waiting for? Come launch.
Chill out. What are you waiting for?
I'm ahead, but only by a little. I gotta get moving.
Ahead, but only by a little. I had
Now
so
take
much
the
time
zip
left.
line and work your way down to the valley.
Ooh, that was close.
Storm's kicking up. Can't see much. Close now. Almost down.
How do? Hey, Patriots fan. How you doing this evening?
All right, to the last challenge.
What's shaking? Hey, the Red Trash Panda. Coming in with a big old raid of 11 folks. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Give you a shout out.
Something's wrong.
Also rocking the
Kids should be here.
HCD.
Driving in our final quarry.
They're right behind us!
How was your stream? OG666, welcome, welcome. How are you tonight? I'm doing great. We're having an awesome night. Tonight, just a little earlier tonight, actually, I attempted speedrun of one of my favorite games for the first time ever. I've never done any speedrunning before. It was just like a, I don't know, just a fun little challenge I decided to give myself. And yeah, it was a shitload of fun. I did way better than I expected to. Oh my god. Oh my god. What? Whoa, that's crazy. I didn't know fucking any of these things had finishers. Oh my god. How'd it go? What game was it? So I was rocking Earthbound. One of my favorite RPGs of all time. One of my favorite games of all time. I just have a lot of nostalgia for it. It's super fun, quirky. Yeah, it's a game I love a lot. And I did a version, a speedrun category called Boogie Percent, where you only play up to a boss called the Boogie Tent. That's like an hour and a half deep. I mean, an hour and 2 minutes if you're, you know, if you've literally set the world record. That's the current record. And I did it in an hour 22. So I did a lot better than I expected to. 20 minutes behind the world record. Thank you, I feel very welcome. Cheers, I mean, you're absolutely welcome. You're welcome to hang out, enjoy yourself. Okay, I'm taking just constant damage here, and I'm not sure why. Okay, what are your weaknesses? Some extra arrows on this thing, and I think these are basically modeled after the Grizzly. Oh my god. Get fucked. There we disgusting. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Come on, kill him before he gets up. Kill him before he gets up. One more, one more. Get wrecked. Whew. Good God. That was intense.
So it's true. Frostclaws from Thunder's drum.
The attack cut short the competition.
Just got to the city where the
Naturally,
corrupted
there can be
machines
no
were at the
result.
gate. And the Karja city, I
It is
believe, heading
void.
towards Meridian for the first time on my next trek. Nice. Oh, sweet. Yeah, you start to really learn a lot of lore at that part, which I really like. First try.
You
Cheers.
saw what she did.
That's a cool emote. I like that first try emote. Did I just miss an epic fight? You did, Mikey. But that's okay. There's more to
Not
come,
I.
I'm sure.
It is proven. She's the better hunter.
I mean, I won't disagree.
We are Banuk. Survive, prevail. What else matters?
Yeah. Pretty metal.
My blood is in your teeth.
Early on in the game for sure, but there's so much in this
my place
game. I'm a noob at
behind
it. Yeah, I know. It's tough. It's tough to get used to everything too. Like, and as you unlock skills, they will fundamentally
No more
change the way you
hunters may
play.
make the ascent to Thunder's drum. The way is closed to all but the chieftain.
Like the skills that increase the power of your heavy attack
It's not my place
and make
I
it
would
stun
ask
enemies
of
more
you
often.
to accompany
Is
you.
super useful against
Might be permitted.
against some of the sort of lower tier
only if you
enemies,
do
you know,
as I
like
say.
the Watchers and
Only if you do
I don't know,
as
the
I
ones
say.
that are like deer and shit like that, or moose, I guess they are. And then later on, the ones that make it so you can knock 2 and 3 arrows at a time.
Thunder's drum awaits.
Literally, I mean, when you knock 3
There's a
arrows,
camp at its
it just
base,
straight up
long march
triples
is
your
called.
damage. So
Meet us
that's
there when you're ready.
a game changer as well.
Chieftain.
The stealth perks, those are kind of game changers. Yeah, it's the way you play will certainly change over time. Gonna get the OP armory? Dang, yeah, already. I'm like, I think 12 sessions deep, so like I probably played for like 60 hours or
Now it's a
something.
long march.
It's
Enough to keep me from Thunder's
yeah, there's a lot to this game. It's pretty intense. I'm doing the DLC now, so I did most of the main missions, and I've just delved into the DLC. I think I'm gonna take this one, just to fill in a tree. I want to see if there's an achievement or anything. Oh, there's no achievement. Rip. Get some more medicine. Yeah, I love building characters. Yeah, totally. You know, you get to kind of learn as you go. I've been playing, actually just last week I beat it, Spider-Man. The, one of my other now favorite PS4 exclusives. And that's a similar thing. Like, as you unlock more and more of the skill tree, you start to, you know, change the way you play, because suddenly you've got the ability to, like, use, you know, just use new powers on enemies that were giving you a hard time before, so. Yeah, I like skill trees that really do kind of change things. I think about 6 hours in or so. Oh man, well you got a lot more to experience. Only 6 hours, really? Because when I was watching you, I don't know if it was the last time that you streamed the game, but when I was watching you before, I would have assumed that you were
what warmth feels like out
probably
here.
about that deep already. Because you were doing well, you were really early, weren't you? But you weren't a kid anymore. But yeah, you were still doing this sort of your town's been attacked early kind of quests, weren't you? Yeah. No, that makes sense. Really about that much. You and Red making me miss this game. Yeah, the only downside of like a really good single-player RPG, the only downside in my opinion,
So much for being careful.
is there's not necessarily a ton of replayability. It's kind of like once you've played it and beaten it, I mean, that's it, you've done it. This outfit is the good outfit besides the Shield Weaver, I feel. This is the Shield thing, isn't it? Yeah, this is the Shield Weaver. How far is your percentage? Oh, is that a thing that is tracked? I literally don't know. I have no idea what percentage done I am. To go back and do side missions, but I end up doing those off stream. Yeah, so that is the one thing that I'll say is the pace of the game gets a little bit slow if you are doing all the side missions you're coming across. I would honestly recommend skipping a lot of them. For example, I still haven't done all of the hunting ground challenges. Other than that, I like the ones that are in this particular menu, the actual side quest menu. Those ones are usually interesting enough. The errands, however, some of them are kind of, I don't know, not super interesting. I would strongly recommend doing cauldrons though. Do cauldrons when you have the opportunity, as soon as you find them. Those their reward is very much worth it, and they're quite unique from every other sort of thing. That would be one tip. I've done 2 sessions so far, about 3 hours each. That makes sense. We can add an hour because I did the tutorial off stream. That sounds about right. The one you got for beating the challenge, Werak Chieftain or something? Oh, I just earned one. Oh, I didn't even notice. I wasn't paying any attention. Maybe it's in one of my treasure boxes. Oh, Chieftain outfit. Okay. Oh, health recovery over time. Well, that's cool, and it's upgradable. That's neat. That is pretty cool, actually. I wonder how fast it recovers your health. Whoops. I'm gonna quickly go modify outfits, take these things out, and how good can we make this outfit? Resist ranged attacks, resist freeze. Freeze, melee, and shock. Holy crap. Wow, I've got some really good upgrades. Well, this seems really good. A lot of things use freeze in this zone, I've noticed. Melee with 7% freeze, or huge freeze with even more melee. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so I can always swap back to that if I need some HP recovery or whatever. I'm 10% done with the game. Yeah, you can track your percentage in the catalog that shows the different types of machines. Oh, well, fuck, that's cool. Machine catalog? Is it in statistics, maybe? It's not literally in the machine catalog, right? That would be crazy. That would be a weird fucking spot for it. Oh, game progression. 75% apparently. 20 main, 17 side, 12 errands. Yeah. Health recovery over time equals heckin' sweet. I'll have to check it out. Hey, Gravity Light, how are you this evening? Or this morning, probably. Unless you're in, like, I don't know, what, Alaska? Maybe Hawaii? Health over time is usually a good thing in any game. Yeah, it's true. So I guess I got 2 proper OP armors. My favorite's the Nora Silent Hunter Master Adept. Well, that's a mouthful. Well, I've found that this is... So the shield waiver is nice because what it is I have a shield equal to my health. So I literally have twice the hit points, and then the shield recovers. So it's kind of like hit point recovery. So it kind of seems superior, though it's not upgradable. So that's the thing. I see you switched games. I may have Heretic. I may have. You are quite perceptive that this is not Earthbound. Let's actually just fast travel a little closer. Do you remember me? Yeah, you actually stopped by fairly recently, didn't you? But I just started the game up on the last mission and forgot how to play. That's so funny. That happens to me so often, especially because up until very, very recently, I've been streaming 5 nights a week, and I've been streaming a different game every single night, so jumping from game to game ends up being a thing where I just, I have to, like, relearn the controls every time I play, all the time. It's kind of crazy. Where the fuck is the thing that's shooting me? I don't even see it. There we go. Get wrecked. Oh, thank you, ally, for knocking me the fuck to the ground. Wow, why are these shitty little watchers being so hardcore all of a sudden? I do have to get going to get ready for bed. Yeah, no worries. Got a long day ahead of me, but I'll see you soon for sure. Cheers. Thanks again for the raid the other night and for being cool. I love it when a new-to-me streamer finds me or vice versa. I always love meeting, chatting with new people. I'm the same way. I probably raid someone just blind, maybe one in every, I don't know, 3-4 raids, just to see if I can find someone, you know, interesting to hang out with. So I'm glad I got to know you. I mean, you know, there's only been a few, like, duds, but no, I definitely enjoyed your stream and your vibe, so I'm happy to have met you. You make me feel stupid now. No, never. No, this is, yeah, this is definitely not Earthbound. This is, Horizon Zero Dawn, which I've been working on. It was the game that I was just playing on Tuesdays, and now, it's been Tuesday and Thursday for the last little bit. See you soon. Yeah, cheers. I jump around games a lot too, and often have to relearn controls. Yeah. I was kind of taken to excess though. Like 5 different games every week was quite like a lot of fun for a while, but it got a little bit much. So I decided, you know what, I'll take it down to like, I don't know, 3 games a week, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I do love variety. I was actually thinking about the speedrun stuff and how to really do it. You're gonna need to ignore chat and stuff to enter your flow state. True, but I figure for while I'm practicing and just learning the run, I'm all for just hanging out and chatting. And the 3 Earthbound streamers that I watch with some regularity are people who all have I mean, they're up on chat constantly. They're really good at the game. They know the runs a lot better than I do, but I know it's definitely possible. Night. Are you crashing too, Morbid? Park's heyday, more than 100,000 visitors each month passed below this arch on the way to visit such celebrated landmarks as Old Faithful and stuff. Is that 100,000 visitors every month? That can't be right. This is because it's in the future, right? 2045, the population's booming. That's not a current statistic. That couldn't be. That seems way too high. Sounds more like good memory, both mind and muscle. Yeah, well, and there's so many opportunities that you do kind of have to catch up on chat. Like after each battle, you know, you've got about 3-4 seconds of like a little victory thing. When you're gaining a level, you have even more time. So I feel like that is a big part of it. It's just kind of getting used to being exactly when you can just like look away, which is like surprisingly often. Okay, so when I'm doing this thing, I should switch to my other outfit because the shield is disabled by these machines.
I don't suppose you 3 know an Osram and songs and a Burgren, do you?
I drive back up to the hospital with my mama's
that
tomorrow.
con artist sent an errand
Today.
girl to collect
It's supposed to be
this
snow
ode
after
to
3, so an early
I'm
start is best.
nobody's
Right.
errand
Yeah, no worries, no worries. I just couldn't tell if you were saying goodnight to Trash Panda or
Broken junk.
or if you were saying that you're heading to
will be
bed.
on the move soon.
But
no
yeah,
time to argue.
yeah, definitely.
She's offering to help. We should accept it.
Have an
We're
awesome
about to
night.
take down these machines. If you're so eager to help, then lead the way.
Sleep well. Appreciate you hanging out as always. Kill the machines. Oh, there's 2 of these. That's new. I guess in most games I've seen speedrun, there were games where you had to keep moving and working. Yeah, a lot of newer games especially are like a constant fucking thing where you're just inputting non-stop. But shit, come on. But yeah, Earthbound, there's you know, it's an older RPG, so there's some downtime here and there. Come on! Oh no, my controller unplugged! Fuck. You too when you head to bed. Thank you, Morbid. Appreciate that. Get fucking wrecked. Shocking. Whoa, something's smoking me from behind. Oh, God. Shit. Got a lot of older games have those like, let's interrupt the flow with some music and congratulations text. Yeah, pretty much. That was a little intense.
All right, Outlander. You want to talk about our deal with Bergrund? Let's talk.
That's done. You 3 are pretty handy in a fight.
Thanks, I guess. Not that we needed your help. We are doing just fine with
Yeah,
you.
Earthbound in particular
That's
has
not the way Bergrund tells it.
there's like a
He
couple
says you tried to
musical
settle up with him
interludes.
using a shattered
There's like
What?
a couple
That's an
trips you take in
exaggeration.
vehicles.
It was only broken in 2.
I think there's a total of
time for this.
3 points in
Come
the
on,
game
boys, back to the hunt.
in the short
We
run that
still
I
need
do,
2
as
more
short
Bergrund's
being about an hour and a half,
What's the rush?
where there's
We
a
want out of
1
these
minute
lands as soon as possible. That's all
long
you need to
interlude where you can't enter any inputs or anything. You like watch little cinematics. Luckily they got awesome tunes. Actually kind of weird. I love those games growing up, but I can't go back into them for nostalgia. Some of them still really hold up, I think. I've known a couple different people who have played Earthbound for the first time and really enjoyed it. I also have seen one or two people who played it for the first time and not enjoyed it, but one of them just doesn't like JRPGs in general, so
Why are
there
you
is that.
leaving the cut?
Well, we could go back to Banor. Let Anacut slit our throats.
By the blue light, Orkai. Why don't you just write our story in the snow for any passing hunter to read? We had a dispute with the chieftain of our old Werak. We thought someone else should have been in charge. He disagreed.
It seemed like a good time to move on, so we're traveling to the Sundom.
From here to the Sundom. It's a long trip.
Seems worth it. Sometimes survival is about knowing when to leave and where to go.
Yeah, and in this case, survival means us getting as far away as we can from Banor. We've seen enough red snow.
What's the plan once you get there? What will survival be about then?
Look, all that matters is that we get there. And to do that, we need shards. So if you'll excuse us.
I have so many shards.
So this Thunderjaw heart you brought Bergren.
Let me ask you this, all right? Why would it matter that the heart was broken into two pieces? Can't you just stick it back together?
Of course you can't just stick it back together.
I just meant...
Oh, I bet that scam artist Arsarim could. He just wants to send us on another stupid errand.
Oh, he's not so bad. I like Bergrand.
Like him? Tulamat, he sent us out in the snow to nearly die under the feet of a Thunderjaw, and...
Boys, shut up! Ugh! Every time someone brings up that stupid heart.
I've got the Scorcher Claw Bergren was asking for. That only leaves the Stalker Sinew and the Snap Maw Fang.
You should hold on to it. You're coming along to the next hunt after all, aren't you?
I suppose somebody's got to keep you three out of trouble.
Fine. I guess you'll have to tag along then. But don't start thinking you're one of us. The Bloody Snowdrifts aren't accepting new hunters.
Bloody snowdrifts? That's what you want to call our Werak?
Yeah, it's not great to tie.
Well, it's not like your names are any better. We're headed northwest, to the ruins near Hollow Hall. We'll be waiting.
I dig their dynamic. That's fun. Yeah, when I was a kid, teen, I felt more into those games, but it feels like I want more serious tone simulations and try to relive even 1% of my amateur EU sports career in Counter-Strike source I had.
Coming at once.
Yeah, that's understandable. I am not really about multiplayer games these days. I don't really dig them at all. I played a ton of League and was like super into that for quite some time, but yeah, I just found that as I've especially now that I'm streaming, I'm just way more interested in playing stuff that's got like a story. I find it much more compelling. When I was streaming multiplayer games, like I streamed League of Legends, I streamed Hearthstone, it's the lowest viewership I've ever had. So I just find, I don't know, games that have a story are just, people I think are into them more, and I'm into them more, so it's a win-win-win. Dark Souls. Dark Souls was awesome. When I was first starting to stream, I tried a few different games, and then Dark Souls was where I developed a huge community. There's still, one of my moderators, for example, is from when I was playing Dark Souls all the time. Two of my moderators. Yeah, I've just got tons of people who are still following and hanging out and streaming stuff from when I was playing that. And there's not a lot of games that happened for. Very, very cool community for the Dark Souls games. I would venture to say that I think that the Dark Souls community on Twitch is probably one of the best. I'm really fortunate that I kind of randomly lucked into it early on as, you know, being a series of games that I started streaming. Very few single-player games make me want to play them. Oh, that's a shame.
Seems quick.
Yeah, the nice thing about it is I've gotten to play so many different games too. Like, I mean, the ones that really stand out to me are like Shadow of the Colossus, God of War. I mean, even just Spider-Man that I like just beat super recently. Chrono Trigger, that was really awesome, playing that for the first time. I can see why it's got such a big following. I mean, what else? I don't know, I feel like there's so many. Oh shit, is that a badger? I need those. Nier Automata was a really good one as well. Or Nier Automata. I think it's Automata. But who knows? I think it's because I love being competitive. Yeah, it's understandable. I'm tired of metas. I just think that I really enjoy a game when I'm just kind of like learning it and playing around with it and getting used to it. And then once the meta comes in, I don't know. I just think like a meta is fun cancer. It's like it takes a game that has like all these options and interesting mechanics and choices that you can make, and it's just like, no, this is the choice, you do it this way. And I don't know, it's just like the opposite of fun.
Let's go get them, Flaming Skulls.
Nope, that's awful.
It is a pretty bad name. Good effort, Dorikai.
That, and I started really finding, especially with League of Legends, that losses for me felt worse than wins felt good. So I was just kind of not like particularly happy consistently. So that was a big part of it too. Oh my god, press triangle. There we go. It's just worse. Like, it's like, yeah, you could do the worst thing and make it harder for yourself, like, unnecessarily. But, like, there's no real reason to. You might as well just, like, do the better thing. The meta is there because it, you know, is the best choice. Like, games are solved. I mean, any game is effectively a spreadsheet at its core. So, you just need to figure out how to get the correct numbers as high as they can go. And then, boom, game solved, meta established. My resources are full. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Alright, well, let's toss some stuff. Most games that have metas are games that have fairly basic mechanics but want advanced playstyles.
I feel better. Aloy, did you get that component?
I think it's kind of the opposite. If a game doesn't have a meta, it's because it has incredibly basic mechanics. Like a shooter. Like, shooters don't really have a meta because you just play. The mechanics are incredibly basic, so you just, whoever's the best wins. There's not really a lot of variation. Some people do some crazy non-meta shit in games that actually have really hard mechanics. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know if we're thinking of the same thing when we think of a meta. 1 of 7 in a commemorative set. Oh, these are out of 7, but there's only 6 available. Oh, maybe I'll get sent on a quest for the 7th. Or something. I don't know. Wild.
That's another part down. One more and you'll have what you need to pay off Bergrand.
Back-end systems are fairly basic, but they try to add RPG elements that can break the game.
We're really gonna get out of here. Honestly,
I guess so.
I wasn't sure
League of
we'd
Legends is
survive a week without
fundamentally
but here we
a
are.
MOBA. It's based on Defense of the Ancients. The very first iteration of that style of game ever had those mechanics, so you can't really get rid of them. I mean, Heroes of the Storm got rid of them, and it just made it a worse game.
If you're gonna tell this story, tell it true. She was murdered.
Is this why you left Banor? Because of this business with Nakoni and your chieftain?
Onakut knew Nakoni was our mentor, our friend. We couldn't stay.
That final night, we snuck back to camp, packed what we could, and left.
Like cowards.
I mean, League's meta has going for it the fact that
aren't we?
There's a lot of different items you can buy. Like the thing that is RPG elements, the items will vary massively from game to game, depending on your matchup. But the core meta of like top lane, jungle, mid lane, ADC, support. That's just how it is. It became like that in season 1, season 2 or whatever. And that's just how it is. And now, you know, then they started building the game around the fact that that was just the best thing. So that meta has just become how it is. And most these days have stories and even choices. Yeah, but they're pretty shallow compared to a game where it doesn't have to think about like PvP balance, for example. It doesn't have to think about the fact that there's a bunch of other people walking around who are also their own protagonist. So you really, I mean, not to mention that just the fact that if you have a budget for a game and it's going to be multiplayer, a big chunk of that budget is going to be used for the multiplayer aspects, for building those systems. And you can put that money in other places with a single player game. So you're sort of fundamentally kind of allocating less resources toward every other element of the game, like story and choices and stuff like that. You know, it's kind of the other elements. I've never seen or experienced any MMO that doesn't have sort of a watered down version of those things.
Nakoni challenged the chieftain. Why?
Onikup wrapped himself in power and authority the way
Star Wars: The Old Republic, a huge budget toward the story choices, mainly voice acting.
Sing false songs to him, you might get a spot on the best hunts.
But what could choices possibly affect? You can't really have
Onikup's feet and the rest of us waiting for things to get better.
Until Nakoni.
You can't really make it so there's content that isn't available to you depending on the choices you make, because people have to do that content cooperatively. So if there's like a choice where there's like 6 different pieces of content and you only gain access to one of them because of that choice you made, then there's only 1 in 6 people that you could play with, and that would inhibit your ability to play with others too massively. You can't really truly have choices that fundamentally alter the course of how things work. You know, it doesn't make any logical sense. It would be, I mean, unless you just make it kind of seem like they have that I don't know. I don't really know what you mean. Unless the choice is something much more minor, I guess.
What happened? How did you lose Nakoni?
She challenged the chief.
Yeah, voice actors, absolutely.
Onikut, damn him.
Find good
he
voice
wasn't
actors.
nearly the hunter Nakoni was. But who comes back to the camp after the trial? Onikut, grinning like a snap mall, crowing, "Oh, where's little Nakoni?"
We tracked Nakoni through the woods. Found her not far from the trailhead.
With her damn neck snapped.
I don't want to remember her like that. Sometimes that memory, it's all I can think of.
I'm sorry, Tatai. It sounds like she meant a lot to you. To all of you.
Choices affect your personal story, but your friends are not canon in your story in most MMOs. Right, but that's what I'm saying, is that they're superficial, right? The choices are superficial if they don't really affect anything. Whereas in a single player game, you can have them have massive effects on the world and its inhabitants, and those things are just fundamentally changed from that point on, unless you like restart, you know? They're getting rid of them. How about evolving something from them? I think one of the biggest tropes we have in the gaming community is that people always want something brand new, but then get upset when it doesn't work. Rather have a sequel that built itself off the original, not saving copy paste like Call of Duty, but using the current stuff in place to make the sequel. Yeah, I think they did a great job of that with Mass Effect. I haven't played the Dragon Age sequels. I would imagine that they did a good job of that as well. BioWare is pretty solid at doing that kind of thing. KOTOR 1 and 2, the same kind of thing. I feel like Star Wars, I suggest playing it like a single player game. I'm not interested at all in MMOs, really. Like, I've tried a few of them, and it's just the gameplay doesn't really appeal to me. It's just not really for me.
I'm sorry.
I know a lot of people like MMOs. It's an incredibly unpopular opinion to just say, like, fuck MMOs. I'm not a fan,
matter, okay?
but I personally...
Banowar is buried in Banowar. What matters now is what happens
not really
in
into them.
Sundom. That's where the burning turkeys are going to make a name for ourselves,
Careful, you're not
right?
sure how many Mass Effects are. There are 3 that I've played.
Turkeys? Seriously?
It rolls off the tongue.
Sort of like vomit?
So, where to next?
There's a lake just west of here. Seems like a good place to find a Snapmaw Fang. We'll meet you there.
All right.
If you beat us there, just wait by the campfire. We'll be along.
Third part of the quest. Is this, whatever it's called, Old Faithful? Is this supposed to be like the geyser? Or just, I don't know, a geyser perhaps? Hey, it does hurt you. Cool, I was curious. Yeah, I haven't played Andromeda, so I have no idea what to think of it. I generally despise Andromeda so much that I don't think it exists. That's how I feel about the Matrix sequels. Yeah, I don't... I've heard that it's not as bad, like, well after launch, but that at launch it was pretty bad. That's all that I've heard of it. Donkey's review was pretty scathing. Andromeda's great. I don't know what you despise so much. Yeah, I unfortunately have no opinion whatsoever. 100% neutral. I don't know the game. Any hidden things in any of these structures? They seem like the kinds of places that might hide things. Little supply crate? Supply crate? An inaccessible supply crate. I'm into it. Cool. A bold move. Played it after they fixed all the bugs and had a ton of fun. My only issue was that Sloane Kelly is so different from the book.
No sign of him yet. Guess I'll just sit and wait.
The book. BioWare beginning to adhere to the EA standard. Kind of sad that Respawn makes BioWare look like shit because they
starting to worry about you.
actually have a contract that allows them to tell EA to fuck off.
We took our time.
What did Respawn make?
After our last
What are their games?
conversation, We had a lot to think about.
I can imagine. Just one more hunt, then your debt is paid and you 3 can make your way south. Ready?
Huntress, the Sunshine Snowshoes await your signal.
Horrible. I'm almost impressed, Dulamok. Didn't think you could come up with a name worse than Burning Turkeys.
Well, I liked it. Let's hunt.
Titanfall, new Star Wars, Apex. Huh. I have not played any of them. Oh, I played a little bit of Titanfall at a friend's place. I found it. Whoa, whoa. Shit. Oh dear. Fucking YOLO! Yeah, I'd like to play the new Star Wars game. I'm into it. That's a good question. What's it about Andromeda that you despise? No spoilers, please. I would like to play fucking all of BioWare's games at some point. I still think that Planescape Torment is one of the best stories in an RPG that I've played. I would kill to see Planescape Torment remade like they did with like Resident Evil and shit. I think that would be one of the best RPGs of all time. If it were like the same kind of controls as like Dragon Age, for example. Just like built for a controller and, you know, just like smooth first or third person or whatever. It would be amazing. There are definitely games that aren't for me, but there's not a lot of games that I would use the word despise to describe. There's very few games that the world would be better off if they didn't exist. I'm not saying there aren't any, but I feel like there's very few. Don't know if Heretic left or is writing a huge paragraph. We'll never know. Could be both. Started writing a huge paragraph and then left. Best of both worlds. Ooh. Modifications. Alright, well, that's so annoying. I forget that there is a finite carrying capacity. Okay, we're gonna drop some mods. Drop the mods. Fuck it, we won't drop them. We'll just equip them in things. Oh, it's the paragraph. Outdated engine. The fact they had to recreate the game 3 times to even get the game to work on Frostbite. Completely discarded systems that players loved from the originals. And the fact that the game came out at the exact same time and had more polish than the game from a huge company who literally saw the age before day 1 patches and cutting content from the base game and making it DLC. I mean, I don't think using an outdated engine is a sin. And having to recreate the game to get it to work on the engine, I mean, that I don't know. That doesn't really sound like it has anything to do with the finished product. Discarding systems that players love, that's a pretty legit complaint. Where are these machines I have to kill? I don't understand.
Get close if you can!
Oh, found it. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, get frosted.
Got you!
There we go. Guess the engine's literally the reason behind all the bugs. Test anyone? That's fine. I mean, like, Skyrim is on a really buggy engine, and I think it's probably one of the best games ever made. So I mean, I don't know, despising a game for its engine it just seems like a little extreme. Just a little bit. Okay, we need fish parts for our satchels here. Mods are what saves games like that? I disagree. I played it for so many hours without mods. So many. I fucking love that game. Mods improve it, but it's not like you need them to enjoy the game. I picked that game up on launch day, and yeah, I played the shit out of it. Why 76 failed? No, I mean, I feel that 76 failed because it was a multiplayer game. It's just not... Again, it's you have to sacrifice so much to make a multiplayer game that it makes the game worse, I feel. I'm gonna craft some health potions. The exact same bugs from Fallout 4 with no mod to patch them. Fallout 4 I loved too. I've never played Fallout 4 with mods, and I played I think 200 hours of FO4. I don't know. I'm just saying I don't think that makes a game worse. I think Fallout 4 failed because it's not a good game. Because it's... Bethesda, like, writes games well. And when you make a multiplayer game, it just sort of precludes a lot of the kinds of stories that you would write. And then you have to have, like, different systems for multiplayer games. Like, fundamental changes in the game mechanics to accommodate the multiplayer aspects. And it's just, it isn't always a good thing. I'm not saying multiplayer games are inherently bad. I think that if you're trying to make an RPG, I don't think that a multiplayer game is the best way to go about it, personally. Oh, I still need raccoons. Okay. Okay, so I do have some of the fish parts that I need. Yeah, copy-pasted Fallout 4's bugs is a way to fix them. Yeah, I mean, that sucks. You can't exactly allow people to use the console command or mod your game if it's multiplayer, right? That's why Dark Souls bans people who mod their game. It's just, you know, limitations that you have to add for the sake of letting people play together. Unless you're gonna make like an indie game, you know, if it's much smaller scale. It doesn't really matter. You have a lot more freedom.
Come here, Aloy. Let's have a proper goodbye, huh?
Like when you keep doing the same thing in terms of the engine, but then try to make something with new systems that have no basis in the engine, you fail. Yeah, that's why Fallout 76 failed for sure.
You make a nice shaman, Aloy. Thanks for lending
Adding a bunch
hand.
of new systems, experimental things to a, you know, a fucking game framework that's already kind of held together with like dreams and
Once
duct
you
tape.
get to the Sundom, what then? What's the next step?
We hunt like Nakoni wanted to hunt.
Nakoni had big dreams. A werak in which everyone pulls their weight and takes care of each other. No shamans, no chieftains, no need to pry the power out of anybody's hands.
Sounds like a lot of work.
But worth it, I think. And a fitting tribute to Nakoni. We can become the werak she always wished for.
They could take the engine and be like, alright, we need a Frostbite 2.0 that can support these things, because now the base can only handle 8. Yeah, but they, I mean, yeah. Just making a new engine. That's a big expenditure. They made their own engine for Brink, and that ended up being a total failure, so I imagine, it's just too high risk.
You won't have me to strip your kills now. Are you three gonna be alright?
Doesn't look that hard, really. We'll be fine.
Great. He watches 3 successful harvests and he's suddenly a shaman.
When you get to Song's Edge, talk to Bergrand. If he can't teach you himself, he'll know someone who can.
Sure. And I bet he charges us for the introduction.
Thank you, Aloy. I'm sure we'll figure it out.
I guess this is goodbye. How does it feel, putting Banuk lands behind you?
The only thing I would have missed is already gone.
Let all those rotten Banor suck-ups freeze to death.
It's a little much, Urkai, don't you think? It's strange. What is it to be Banuk after Banur forsakes you? How do we decide who we are? How about you, Aloy? Who do you think we are? What will you remember of us?
Look around. You've taken down more machines since you left Banur than some hunters take down in a year.
Shattered hearts and all, right, Urkai?
It wasn't shattered.
But you took down a Thunderjaw to get that heart, didn't you?
We did. So, silly suggestion. But what if we were the Shattered Hearts?
You know, I actually like it.
Aw.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
New engines take a lot of time and money, evolved engines don't. Well, they still take time and money. It's an expenditure. It's a gamble. Do. Man, I just want to up my fucking carrying capacity of my different stuff. Whatever. Let's head back to town. I forgot what company does it, but they have had 15 iterations of the exact same engine with just new base code attached to make their games work. That's cool. The Volkswagen of code. Seems like probably a well-designed engine, just like from the ground up. I can't imagine every engine just works like that, where you can just kind of tack on some more stuff. I mean, you've seen Bethesda tack more stuff on to the things they were doing. That doesn't always end up pretty. Fast traveling. Not as fast as you make it sound. Fast traveling. Bethesda doesn't put things into the engine, they put things into the games that can't run properly in the engine. Yeah, I'm just saying, you know, when it comes to just like they add so many things that it kind of fucks up, you know, their game. When it comes to adding stuff, I'm just saying it's not a strong point for them. To kill this dude?
Inatut. As we are bound by laws, you are bound by wire. Yet your crime was the act of killing. So we must drive you out. Away from the Werak. From protection. From our songs.
My chieftain. Copeland. Am I not your favorite fighter? Do you not recognize me from this tooth you knocked out?
How many times have I pulled you from danger by your neck? Made excuses for your behavior? You are my favored. But the shaman is decided. While you wait for exile, think on what brought you here.
A test of strength? Who among us would refuse a challenge from an outlander? Not I! But I did not kill him!
Hush, hush. You can tell your story to the ice.
Alright, so I'm supposed to...
You took Aratak's mantle.
Spring him?
It's mine now.
I would like to see that fight.
They said that you killed someone.
Perhaps I did. If even my chieftain accepts it, it must be so.
That's not the way it works for me. Want to tell me your story?
I did fight with the Karja hunter to settle a challenge. That much is true. He was strong and damn quick. We traded punches. Good punches. Hard punches. And
This guy sounds like quite the meathead.
Gray morning light, and the Karja beside me, with his head broken open. But the blow was not by my hand.
Isn't your Werak supposed to support you? At least give you the benefit of the doubt?
When our Werak
itself the base code. The games where all the real systems called the base code. If you have a system that has no basis in your base code, whether runs slow, not well, or not at all.
Or when they needed someone to lose for appearances, I could do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
too.
I can't speak to
Now
that. I have no idea.
is murdered without honor. All eyes are on me. I have become my Werak shame.
They don't want an incident with the Karja, so you take the fall.
That is what I do best.
So everyone knows you started the fight with this man.
Of course. For honor, I'll fight anyone. If I wasn't bound, I'd fight to prove myself right now.
I don't think that would help you.
This is what I am. Each runner in the Werak has a gift. I brawl. None can take a punch, a fall better than I can. Until this time, I was too drunk. We were grappling. He clapped my ears. I took one last swing as I went down, but not a killing blow. It can't have been.
And for your punishment, they'll exile you from the Werak?
From warmth. March me up the slopes of the Cloud Shear, leave me stripped and exposed.
That's awful.
If I survive, the land has absolved me. That's the law. It must be accepted.
It's still awful.
I'm not stupid. I don't like my chances either. I can't fight a mountain.
Can't fight a mountain. Now that's a
I'll
quote.
be honest. You haven't got a good defense, Inatut.
I've heard that one before.
Where did the fight happen?
A clearing, just outside the Karja Outlanders camp. You should talk to them. they wouldn't hear me out. They say no one
A lot
else
of
could have
mods go
been
through a
there
ton of
other
versions
than
before they
me and
work.
the dead man. The shaman consulted
Yeah, I
the
bet.
signs in the
A
snow.
lot of mods don't work that well, for that matter.
I'll see what I can find out,
There's like
and I'll be back.
I'll be here. What else am I
a lot of
gonna
them will
do
conflict with
until
each
the
other too,
Horn
which always
gets a
sucks.
call from my exile?
Frontier Justice. Okay. Well, let's hand in this quest and
Fighting with that Karja. He's going to start the war all over again.
yeah, I can sell some stuff too. Modders and their modders learn the ins and outs of the games they're modding for. Yeah, I'd imagine a lot of people who really want to make a mod don't necessarily know a ton. Okay, so damn. The DLC basically has given me a bunch of new types of items that I can now pick up. But it hasn't given me any extra inventory space. So now I just have a bunch more stuff. I feel like the EA standard of games has gone down and really only Respawn games are the only games I play from EA. Yeah, I don't know. I am not a fan personally of what EA has done in recent years. I think they've really really kind of fucked it up. Their whole like company and everything. They just kind of dropped the ball. Like every game they've made in the last like forever has really been had elements of clusterfuckery. Like SimCity. That was a clusterfuck. Battlefront. That was a clusterfuck. The real question is, how does a company go from living the age of finished games by launch, go to, yeah, we need day one patches and like lending multiple of them? Well, that's just the money grab. Talking of Blizzard, I heard Warcraft 3 flopped, lowered my expectation on even Diablo 4. Well, Diablo 3 flopped too. Why would you expect like why would you have high expectations after that? That was like a big clusterfuck. Alright, I think we're good there. Blizzard itself flopped. Actually, rather enjoyed Battlefront 2 after all the changes. Yeah, but it literally took people, like... I don't know if you were spending any time on Reddit when that was all going on. But it was a crazy time. It took a lot of people, like, really having to let them know that shit was not gonna fly. Whoa, 25% on everything. It's huge. The game I can say they actually tried to remedy? Well, they had to. Like, the degree of bad press, they couldn't just ignore that. Like, you just can't. That would have been, you know, just such a waste of their resources. Or other company actually give a fuck instead of trying to be like, well, give us more money, game's done by. I mean, have you ever seen the progression of No Man's Sky? No. I didn't pick up No Man's Sky. I was excited about it at first, and then it had a massive fucking flop, and I just, yeah. Haven't bothered. So, did I just get anything else I have to sell? No, not really. Things will be fine. Did I get any crazy items that need to go in my weapons? Doesn't look like it. Any of these like a unique coil? No. No Man's Sky is actually a really, really great game now. Cool, that's good to hear. Resist range attacks, resist freeze. 25% resistance in all categories. That's fucking crazy. Those are some jacked resistances. Whoa, new weapon? Banuk Ice Rail. So, this doesn't deal damage, only frost. I see. Okay, that's kind of cool. They also didn't make any of their updates paid. Well, you couldn't really, given how bad they got it. Again, that was another one where the game flopped so thoroughly. I mean, you have to make changes, or just say, okay, well, that was a write-off, and that's like, that's rough. writing off after all that time and effort and energy and all that. That's not really something you can do. Banuk Striker Bow. Is this the same as my... Yeah, it is. Okay, so what happens when my modifications are to this weapon? Is that one better? I still would never buy it. About the game, you have the game. Yeah, even if it was free, I'd not download it. I would check it out for free for sure. But yeah, I kind of, I don't know. I'm just not super interested in picking it up just because it's 40 and 65. Whoa. This is way higher damage. Nice. Yeah, it's like double damage or more. That's crazy. Okay. I feel the same about Andromeda. They were never going to make the expansions paid. I was literally offered a key for Andromeda right now. I'd take that key and throw it on Reddit, let it get lost to the ages. Oh, I would appreciate it. I would take that key. I really want to play the new Mass Effect at some point. I just have such a fucking backlog, it's like impossible to get around to. Yeah, damage and tear. Those are the attributes that I'm looking for. Okay. Definitely should raise the drink to 10k. Else what are these 50k points to be spent on? I don't know. Bunch of drinks? Motes? I'll have to figure out something. I'm thinking, I don't know. Might be cool to have something that costs a bunch, like, forcing me to change something in the game, like, or allowing you to choose something like an outfit in-game or something like that. That was something I was thinking about. For, like, that would have been good for Spider-Man, for example. You have a bunch of Darkest Dungeon keys I'm never going to use. That's a really good game. Darkest Dungeon's a great game. Alright, well, I'm happy with that exchange. Alright, so, quests, what are we doing? We're going to this camp. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking overhauling things like aesthetic choices or maybe game language. I don't know. Just like allowing people to fuck with the games I'm playing might be kind of fun with like a lot of degrees. Need to find someone who wants it. Everyone I know already has it.
The only justice Dervahl deserves.
You should, I don't know, offer them to folks in like different discords or something like that.
We're letting the Oseram take Dervahl?
Give him back again, Huntress.
I was asked to look into the murder of a Karja hunter. What happened?
It's plain as day. A drunk Banuk thug picked a fight with Ruas, struck him down from behind and stole his headdress.
The accused man says that he didn't do it.
You're not going to get anything useful out of the Banuk, whether they talk to you or don't. They gather up like cloaks in a chill wind every time a hunter dies out here. Won't even hand Ruas's killer over for a proper trial.
A proper trial?
To fill his mouth with salt, and hold him up for the sun to consider over days. If it is clement, it may only take his sight, or his wits.
Jesus.
So other Karja hunters have died in these lands before?
3,
That's
maybe
hardcore.
4 in the last few seasons.
More time goes on, the more scared I get of the Dark Forest
this
Discord.
Place punishes even the prepared.
How so?
And many young nobles
Because there's a lot of folks you don't know?
care. But usually the snow covers everything, and the bodies are never found. No thanks to the Banuk.
Do you think they're involved?
No. It's not about their tribe. They don't want to get involved.
In these outlands, even the sun cannot thaw all it touches.
Doesn't sound like you trust the Banuk much.
They're not without their reasons to keep apart from us. 10 years of reasons.
Always the war. The war is over. We made amends, but no. The land never forgets.
Snow and ice keep memory, they say.
It takes
Very hard to not offend anyone and receive shit for it.
You think I don't know that? I still bear the lashes for refusing one of the Mad King's sun priests. I was your age then.
Times of shadow. Times of shadow.
Where did you find Ruas's body?
There's no hunt, girl. Nothing to pick up.
Humor me. I'm a good tracker.
Down the rise to the west, there's a clearing. But a grazer herd couldn't have trampled it better. And if that barbarian gives up Ruas's headdress before they cast him out, let me know. It's valuable.
Oh shit, I bet it was a fellow Karja. I bet they framed him because he was drunk and knocked out. Bunch of pricks. Sun worshipping. Well, I'm okay with sun worshipping.
Oh, here's something. Lots of leaves and bark scraped off here. And someone pulled out the branch? No. From climbing it.
Climbed it?
Came through the trees.
It's kind of cool.
That was used for the killing blow. Didn't try to hide the weapon. Question is Inatet the kind of fighter who hits from behind with a tree branch?
I doubt it. He doesn't seem like the kind to sneaky. 224 people. I only know and respect like 15 max. Jeez. I mean, isn't the point of your Discord for tons of people to join it? For it to get big? For like, you know, to create a big community? Oh, I'm literally gonna follow from tree to tree. This is actually kind of cool. It's a little janky, but it's cool. What do I find to be leeches? Well, that's unfortunate. The one streamer Discord, I could respect that, but we were originally meant to have streamers and closest community members. Well, that is unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, hopefully they're, you know, supportive of the community and stuff, at least.
Here, you'd have a good view of the Karja camp and the clearing.
Well, my bow and spear are fucking so good now.
Well, this is ominous. A dead end? Can't be.
Maybe up top or something?
Easier when I was a kid. Someone covered this over.
Interesting.
What are they trying to hide?
I also expect people to give to them before they give anything back. I shouldn't have to go around meeting people. It's not a one-way street. Actually, the last person giving a fuck about meeting, believe it or not. Well, I'm glad I made the cut. I'm glad I slid under the wire there. I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, I don't know. I just, I mean, I was hanging out with Sky one night, and he raided Euclidean and told Euclid that I was an awesome dude, and
Not Banuk. Then she won't be missed.
definitely deserved a spot on the stream team or whatever.
Attack! I'm looking right at her.
I'm happy it went down like that, but it does sound like the criteria used to be sort of higher. Or I guess more stringent.
Gonna tear you down.
Come on, whack-a-mole. Pop your head up. I'm gonna fuck you. I just wanted to kill him in Dark Souls. Ooh, Sunbro?
Gonna get you.
Oh, me. Right. Took me a second.
Got you a present.
Oh, well, fuck me in the health bar. Got wrecked. Meet the old criteria? What was that, out of curiosity? Just like being super active and having a threshold of followers and stuff like that? Actually, let's string a couple of extra shots. There we go. Well, I'm glad that you
Someone's here.
you didn't end up just murdering me in Dark Souls and that was it.
Not Banuk. Then she won't be missed.
We're under attack.
Oh, fuck me.
This close.
Come on, pop your head up. Fucking hell.
Sun's gonna shut.
A mindset, culture, and how you hold yourself on stream. That makes sense. Just looking for people who are,
Gonna need this.
I don't know, engaging? Chatty?
You've been killing Karja. And for what? Revenge for the war?
Who gets to declare that one tribe
no longer hates another. I'll tell you, not the ones who fought, not the ones whose songs are silenced, but my kin.
For what you did, another Banuk has been sentenced to certain death. What about his song?
That's why you followed us. For that punch-drunk idiot Inatut. Fate is sharp today. They've already let him out to face his exile. Let's see who the cold claims first.
Oh, shit.
I need to go after Inatut. But I should find some more evidence.
So he gonna die.
Trophies.
Unless I, spring him.
Newer than the rest. Must have belonged to Ruas.
Well, I don't know how I got in. Very much an outlier in comparison to the other 9 original Dream Team members. Their tastes are so much different, especially now.
Did they keep any clothes from their victims?
But,
This Carjagir's not warm, but if Inatut's naked on a snowfield, he'll take what he gets. Okay, time to get moving.
that's probably a good thing, right? Having like a nice variety of folks. Something for everyone. Man, sentencing a person to being stripped naked on a freezing cold mountain. It's pretty hardcore. Whoa, that's quite a ways away. Okay. So let's fast travel a little nearer and then ride from here. Part before the old requirements. Right, that the fam is where you get your headaches. That's like just the name for people who stream who aren't kind of part of the I don't know, next tier, I guess you'd call it. Save. So we're gonna stop this guy from being sentenced to death for being framed. 50% streamers that aren't in the team and 50% who are just community. Huh. So like half of them aren't streamers, essentially.
Healer alert.
Oh shit.
You'd take someone if you wanted to lose them forever. I'm not getting up that frozen waterfall. Maybe along the sides.
It's very much a mixed bag of streamers that can range from really cool to really leechy as fuck. That sucks. Yeah, I don't know. I never like joined any kind of stream teams or anything. Like, I know Sky has been part of quite a few groups. Like, there's like the Grizzly Nation and Phoenix something, Phoenix Cartel. And by the time I kind of learned that those were things that existed, I remember Sky mentioning like it's probably not really worth like joining them. Like you've kind of, you know, you've already got like regular viewership and everything. So I don't know, I just never really got into the Twitch team kind of thing. But then I was just like invited one night, so I was like, all right, sure. But I haven't been like super active in the family. There's just been like a handful of people where, like Euclidean, yourself, Vitriol is one who Euclidean raided one day, and I super liked her vibe. Just like very, very chill streams, like almost audio ASMR. Man,
I gotta pick
I'm
it up and
expecting
move.
to be called out for this shit in the future if anyone watches your VODs. I wouldn't worry about that. Not a lot of folks watch VODs. And even less watch mine, so I have no fear. Oh, fuck, here.
Oh boy.
You can only, like, look upward so far. It's kind of annoying. You surprised? Well, maybe. I don't know. I have seen, like, you know, next to each VOD, it has a little, like, you know, eye that tells you, like, the number of views. And I've seen, like, one or two there before. Like, I guess there have been a couple of people who have watched a bunch of my VODs, but I wouldn't worry too much.
In a toot. In a toot. Maybe he found shelter? I hope he found shelter.
Ooh, what's this?
Behind the rock.
Oh. Hey dude, just hanging out and freezing. Don't care what anyone has to say. I've already voiced these opinions. Not gonna change. I don't expect it to.
Is it
That's
really
unfortunate.
you, or has the bone chill got through my skull?
I found the real killers. No one else has to die because of this. Take these.
A dead Cautious Close. Haven't I been beaten down enough? But I won't argue.
Damn, can you imagine? Fucking being stripped down and left in the freezing.
Thought I'd saw my
That'd be terrible.
They said we'd surprise you ended up here.
Better hurry. Machines.
Let's see what you got.
Oh, fuck, man. It's really unforgiving when you miss with this new bow. Ah, you son of a bitch.
I won't be
Oh, you
Fuck your
dick, you unstunned it. The leadership's now 50-50 split. It's split like 8 times with a bunch of slices. So there's just like 2 people who are in charge? Oh, boy, I really stepped right into that. that a good thing? That doesn't that bode well for you, like, making change in a direction that you wanted to change? That was really, really intense. I think that also goes back to my differences from everyone.
I'll tuck that away.
Well, you'd think that the two sort of leaders and founders of any given group would be able to sort of 50-50 make decisions. Where are you at? There you are.
Now that was a fight.
Your trial's over. It was other than
One of the guy who does confrontation.
Killed him because he was Karja.
You know why I took the first swing at him? He challenged the honor of the Banuk. The honor. That's what I thought.
Come on.
Hey! Holy crap, it's Uncle Zed coming in, raiding with a party of 9. Super appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Who knows what could happen?
I'll see you at 10. You'd better make
Holy.
it. All right?
That is some serious hype. Welcome, Jerry P. Rose Star 999. Holy crap, just flooding it.
Survive a new
Flooding
law.
it.
If Initut survives, he's forgiven. But I want to prove
Jesus.
to the chieftain that he wasn't guilty in the first place.
Welcome, y'all. Yeah, at the moment, we're just rocking some Horizon Zero Dawn. Fairly near the end of the game. Actually, just hit level 50. I don't know if that's the last level. Oh no, there's more levels to go. I don't even know what skills I want at this point. Let's do the healing ones now. Well, there goes my message. yeah, that derailed the conversation a little bit. I had to bring fun people to a chill stream. Well, I super appreciate that, man. Well, this game I have a clip. Mind if I share? No, go for it. Sure. I guess we might as well just fast travel back to town, actually. Yeah, so right now I'm tackling the DLC. We got to the end game. I don't know how many missions I am from the end of the game, but I decided I'd go check out the DLC before finishing it. So we're doing the Frozen Wilds at the moment. 100%ed Bully yesterday, playing San Andreas now. Nice! Dude, that's awesome. Rockstar made such good games in that era. I mean, they're still, you know, GTA 5 is still good. I really enjoyed I haven't played it multiplayer, but I really enjoyed the story and everything. I had to stall some shit, but as it was gaining traction, it was thrown back in your... Oh, that sucks, dude. Sounds good. I never played it. Oh, this one? Horizon? It's good. It's good. Would recommend. Get a 100% San Andreas. What does that even involve? Like, just getting all the collectibles and stuff? That's crazy. Actually, you know what? I think that I 100%ed Bully back in the day on, like, PS2. I didn't have that many games, so anytime someone, like, loaned me a game, I would, yeah, I would just dig right into it, decimate the game. And that was, yeah, that was one of them. A friend loaned me Bully for, like, a few months. from your run. I can't really easily watch it while gaming, but yeah, folks in chat can certainly see it.
You'll find more
And I don't know if you want to share it in my Discord. Feel free. I'd be able to watch it later in that case if you.
The exile still served its purpose. He was
all
guilty
trophies,
of our
mini missions,
suspicion.
collectibles.
Fate has fallen like snow.
Crazy.
And should Inatut
In a weird
return,
moment, like super weird.
he will be
Nice.
absolved.
I had one of those as well, where I was being chased by a couple of big ass dinos, and then accidentally started a
Return to my
cutscene.
Wirac, you will behave as a
And
Banuk does.
the cutscene was with like a small army, and they all started fighting the machines in the background of the cutscene. Just the sound of them all battling was like so loud. You could barely hear the dialogue. It was, and there was just so much craziness happening in the background. People like flinging fire slings and shit, and dinosaurs tearing people up. It was really funny to see just in the background of an unskippable cutscene.
For his own sake,
Stomach hurts. I gotta run, dude. Have a great night. Yeah, cheers, Ed. Thank you so much for the raid. Have an awesome night, yo. I hope the stomach feels better, man. Rockstar games are so hard to 100% if you didn't look up, guys. Like ludicrous. It was really, really silly. Like GTA 5, you know. Still, I went to go get all of the what were they? They were like pages from a manuscript or something like that. I think there were pages of something, and I went to go collect all of those and. Yeah, I just had to look it up. It was like, okay, well, I'm gonna fucking watch the guide, I guess, because it's just not straightforward. Super, super hidden stuff. You do totally need a guide. Can you imagine doing it without? I mean, you'd just be, yeah, you'd go crazy. Wandering around, checking out every tiny little everything. Poor guy.
I defied my chieftain's
framed for a crime he didn't commit.
My Wirac.
How are you feeling?
As if I've been pounded in the guts. I could just keep walking, but when my anger has thawed,
nothing about Rockstar's collectibles is straightforward. Yeah, it's madness. It's crazy. I remember when during the course of GTA, I think it was GTA 4, had like pigeons that you had to shoot. And I was specifically like, I'm gonna keep an eye out and I'm gonna try and like get as many as I can. I got like 2 during the course of beating the game. It was just like fucking craziness.
If you choose to stay, it should be on your own terms.
Actually, I caused a battle between bandits and machines by throwing a freeze bomb, and all while stealth and not being seen.
More like a
It was on accident. I didn't even mean to throw the bomb. That's funny.
Survived exile.
Did it with San Andreas. I wanted to throw myself out the window after about 2 days of vandalism surgery. Yeah, it's
you
crazy.
earned your place in the Wirac.
It's crazy.
Make them earn you back.
Even just finding was it GTA 5 that had
I vow to you,
a thing where you fly under bridges, and there's only like 11 bridges or something like that, but even then I couldn't find them all. I didn't know which ones counted.
Accept this gift? A little
it was crazy.
scrawny weight against the great boon you gave me, but
I'm honored. Thank you, Inatut.
I like this guy. A little dull, but he knows how to fight. Very, very believable character.
What to say to Copuli. 1 2 frost is enough.
An extraordinary reward box. Weapon coil. Cool. It's probably, I don't know, it might be good. Let's find out. Now, handling is an attribute that... Does that determine how fast you reload your bow? Or how fast you, like, charge up your attack, I mean to say? Whoops. So it loads that fast. Now let me just see what happens if I put only handling in it. Oh, okay. Wow. Handling changes a lot. Okay, that's good to know. Hey, Ilorox, welcome back, yo. Okay, so handling is pretty potent on a weapon that has really high base damage. So if I put in like huge damage, This has some handling and some damage. And then... I kind of want to just crank that handling. Get some DPS going on. We'll see. We'll see if that still does as much... Well, it won't do as much damage, but we'll see if it feels like it does more due to the fact that I can kind of lay into enemies now. What are we doing? We're... We got another mission we can hand in while we're back in town. So you don't actually despise the game, Heretic, just the decisions behind its release. Yeah, I mean, I imagine it's sort of representative of poor decisions. I could see that being a piss-off.
Bergrand, how'd your investment pay out?
Quite handsomely, thanks very much.
Yeah, we were chatting earlier about
crazy Banuk are calling themselves
Mass Effect
the
Andromeda,
Hearts
and
well, now that I have those parts, I can
some
pay
of
off
the
the debt of my own.
decisions made
So they've gone south then.
during its production.
They have. I've got a friend in the Sundom by the name of O'Toole. He owes me a favor. Old O'Toole is a machine scavenger, a pretty competent one. So I sent them to learn from the best.
Or at least from the pretty competent.
Well, we work with the resources we have. Speaking of which, here, a token of my gratitude.
Ooh, token of gratitude. Ah, some blue gleam and another loot box. Untested weapon coil. What does that do? Whoa, huge damage and huge tear. That's awesome. That's my highest damage fucking thing I've gotten yet. And the tear is actually really useful too. Shit. So do I want more damage or more handling? That's decent. That's decent enough. Alright, let's commit to that. Gonna end off in these two notes. Rockstar Games knows how to make collectibles. I may have my days numbered in ZF, at least as a leader. I doubt that. I mean, unless you choose to bail out. That's definitely your decision to make. But I don't think anyone's kicking you out or anything. I think you're you got a pretty solid place as a founder of a cool little stream team. So this is a level 50 mission. Boy, they're getting pretty intense now. Oh, Ascent and a Thunder's Jump. So this is like the end of the DLC, I think. Right? Think. Let's find out. Yeah, Rockstar knows how to make collectibles, it's true, but they know how to hide them too well. It's too tough. Too tough to find them. Anyway, yeah, if you're signing off, Heretic, I appreciate the hangouts, man. You have an awesome night. It is late as fuck. I should probably be crashing pretty soon anyway, but what is it? It's like, yeah, almost 2. Oh, I'm hooked, man. I wanna like finish this DLC. Oh, although, okay, I'm gonna at least get to where the DLC happens. And then we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. Rather than be like the Halo collectibles. I don't know. I've never played any of the Halo games. So I'm not really familiar. Come on, you can do it. Where the fuck is the path? Is this technically the path? Okay, here we go. One of my cottage cheese came broken. You like the container the cottage cheese is in? Because cottage cheese is closer to a fluid than a solid, so I don't know how it could be broken. Yeah, okay. 90% of them were in main areas, just behind something or above, below something. In Halo? Or in Rockstar's games?
And now...
Get fucked. Oh no! Oh, that's my map! Oh, I feel bad about that. Boom. Easy peasy.
Over already.
I do feel bad about accidentally smoking my mount. Halo? Yeah. I don't know, Doom's collectibles were kind of the same thing. They were just kind of wherever. They were like fairly nearby. I think that I'm fine with you stashing the fuck out of your collectibles if at some point, even if it's late in the game, you give me some sort of ability or item or something that will allow me to see them on the map. That's really I think the big deal breaker. It's just being forced to track them down is the part that can be a little frustrating. Because they're hidden really, really well, and I mean, like, you know, you have to look at a guide. It's sort of a shame.
Outlander, it would be my honor to speak with you.
Oh, I like this guy already. Eventually giving it your leadership spot regardless. Focus on family building, doing your own thing.
I've heard of you.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's your choice to make for sure. Yeah, I mean, and especially if it's going to be easier to, like, I definitely, it's hard to balance
that I know.
Full-time streaming
used to echo and
being a new dad.
Umnak, the hunter of legendary
That's definitely a thing.
machines. That's why I'm here. For another.
Like another day and a half until my little one is 11 months old.
Or they did when I was younger. Its defeat would have given my song a fine end. I used to travel between Banur and the Cut without stopping to sleep. But this trip, my bones ache, Huntress.
Getting old.
But you, out hunting Aratak, leading your own Werak. If half your song is true, you are the only hunter I trust to go in my place.
You want me to hunt for you?
Not just for me, no. For an old friend.
You want me to hunt in your place? Is that some kind of Banuk custom?
Well, perhaps it should be.
Using the hard
no.
Make time or just cancel it. It's community
We
management,
survive
especially on
and
the
we
micro scale.
prevail
I agree.
until we
When
fail
I
to
started
do either.
streaming full time and sort of, you know, kind of managing a little community, like over at my Discord and stuff,
For any other machine, I would die as I have lived.
I sort of
A new hunter, weapon raised.
stopped
but too many good lives
managing the D&D thing
Throwing
that
my
I
old corpse atop
started.
the pile
There's like
accomplishes nothing.
6 of us that
Better to live in a
began
world without the claws
an organized
than to
campaign of
die while it
D&D
still makes
that
children
has
orphans.
I don't know, at least 100 people in it now, probably more. I wonder. Kind of curious, actually. How many people are even in it? Well, we've got like 117 offline, and then another 35, 6, 7, 8, 38 on top of 170. So about 150 people in the community. And so, yeah, I basically a couple months ago, like, muted the server, and I just try to remember to check in on it every few days.
Sounds like you've got a reputation.
To
But
be
it's
Banuk is
yeah,
to
it's a
push your body
shitload of
to
work
its
to
limits.
manage.
I
Because we need to
found
like
my
release
limits higher
D&D
than most.
content as well as
Fearsome machines needed killing, and in my youth,
you know, manage
I found
like
I had
the
a talent
overarching
for
rules
killing.
and stuff for it. It's pretty intense.
Even now, my name carries such weight that when the claws beneath re-emerged, the Werak came to me.
Do you still have the same faith in yourself that your Werak seems to have?
Perhaps I did. Before I held my bow in shaking hands. Noticed, for the first time, the spots on my knuckles. What a strange thing it is to be old. To stare backward and see such distance. But to stare forward at a looming wall.
Jesus, man. Fucking dark. It's not, you know, yeah. Streaming isn't the hard part. I can always make time or cancel. Yeah. I don't even have my personal Discord
This
anymore.
machine. the
That makes
Claws
sense. I mean, if you got a big community.
Why travel all the way to the cut just to hunt it?
Some songs. They include a refrain. The return of a past moment. It seemed fitting.
You've hunted this thing before.
Must have been 20 winters past. We were so close to bringing the Claws to bay. Closer than anyone else ever got.
We?
Me and my friend. He was a chieftain of my Werak then, a skilled hunter. Every few years, the Claws would emerge in a new location. I knew of 2 chieftains he'd sent to their burial pyres.
Huh.
My friend became the 3rd.
Sounds like a pretty epic thing.
This hunt.
Need to reset my router? Yeah, sounds
I had
good,
hoped
dude.
to
No
complete
worries.
it in his honor.
Have to rebuild it soon, though. Yeah, absolutely.
This is obviously important to you, Umnak.
It's tough. I'm always so hesitant to join Discords. I'm part of so many of them, and like
no longer a match
every time
for
I
the
join a new
Claws
Discord, I basically mute
if I ever was.
every channel except 1 or 2
If I
that I'd like
face it,
to
it will
kind of
kill me.
maybe try and
This
weigh
I
in
have
on,
no
because I just don't want to be pinged every time someone posts like
The
a
Banuk
fucking
blood in my veins
selfie or picture of the
screams at me
food
to
or
take
whatever.
on the Claws
But there are
myself.
some channels that I like to
But I must
take
see it
part in.
brought down.
But if the
And
server's
dead
too
men
active,
see
I just have to mute it because it's
All right, Umnak. I'll do what I can.
I've no doubt you
I
can
just
do
can't keep
quite
up
a
on it.
lot. The stories say the Claws Beneath returns here
It's-
only
yeah,
once
it's
every
hard.
6 winters.
There's quite a few
The whispers
Discords that
I've
I'm in
heard
that
say
are
it now makes its home
almost
on the
completely muted
northeast
except
edge
for
of the
like
cut.
1 or 2 channels.
Hunt well.
Keep up with the 17 Discords I have. I'm just really good at it. Yeah, but I mean, I am in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. And then, I mean, those ones, there's, fuck, I've got 2 notifications in the other ones too. But the others are mostly for like games or stream things, places to ask questions and stuff. They're not like community Discords. But there's 40 that I try to be active in, and it's just fucking, it's a little too much. Not to mention that, you know, I'm streaming usually 6 or 7 hours of every day, and the rest of the day I've got an 11-month-old baby, so I mean, I go on like 2-hour-long walks with her, and you know, we feed her 3 meals a day, and you know, I mean, it's just, you know, managing a human life. So there's, yeah, it's basically impossible to keep up on all the Discords. It's a fool's errand. That's why I mute so many channels in them. I'm in 93, only about 30 are active. Yeah, so of the 40 that I'm in, I would say there's probably about 6 that aren't really active. They're down at the bottom of my list, but I want to be in 94.
You're Aloy, right? My pop, Bergund, I mean, told me you might be heading up to see me. Varja, pleasure. Hey, that spear is really something. You've customized her, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
Made a change or 2. You've got an eye for weapons.
I wish these Banuk
Your
agreed.
Discord's pretty inactive for
I
now?
can't see
No, your
myself
Discord's
strapped
pretty
to a
active.
Glinthawk
It's active
around
every
here.
day.
Everyone wants boring old bows and spears. I like the more unusual stuff. And the Banuk
My Discord, since it came out, not leaving any servers is really hard. Oh, I leave them all the time.
Ooh, or that weapon of Araya's? What I wouldn't give to poke around inside one of those. Feel the lightning on my fingers.
Yeah, there's a bunch that I've left.
Or inside of anything, really. Last commission I had was a month ago. A weapon that spat fire. That didn't go well.
I'm gonna hit the 100 cap and then clean it up. Yeah, that's a thing.
So your last project was a bust?
Not at all. I did my best work yet on that commission. The deal just went rusty. About a month ago, this guy Olgrid, Ostrom like me and Pop, asks me to make something for him. Think about the way a bellowback
Oh, this is dude's daughter.
From his throat, right? Like that, but held in your own hands.
And
Right.
you built that?
Yep. That was my forge fire. I was pretty proud of her. Anyway, Olgrid sent word that he wanted to see the progress I was making. I show up, and there he is with a crew of damn bandits. And of course, why pay for something when you can take it? I dropped the weapon and ran. Didn't look back till I hit Long Notch.
Oh, we gonna get that back.
Joke's on Olgerd, though. I wasn't even done.
Wait, so the weapon he stole doesn't even work?
Oh no, she works. It's just, if I'd
Like,
had a
oh, they
little more
release server
time,
folders? Yeah, I
a
know.
few more parts, I could have made her really work.
Yeah, I've got 5 folders, and I find it helps massively with organization.
I've got a nice rail, just like Aratox. You want to take a look?
Are you serious?
Accidentally discovered
Yes,
accidentally
I'd
before I
love
read the
that.
patch notes. That's funny.
Okay.
I had been waiting for them for a while, so as soon as I
Obvious
saw
design
that there
flaw.
was patch notes, I was
So
like,
if I replace these,
I was looking
yeah,
out for
that
it.
should- Right. So, believe it or not, she's operating at, let's be generous, half her potential.
What's with the she's?
Oh, Pop says all weapons are girls. I don't think he realizes it's a compliment. Well, listen, if we had a Thunderjaw's mandibles to work with, her gears would be well and truly greased. And I know where to find one, if you want to go hunting with me.
So, let's say someone you know happened to have a weapon like Araya's.
You don't.
See for yourself.
Of course. Look at the... So the coils generate the spark, but the power source isn't even bolted in.
This is kind of cool. So these are like weapon
won't lie.
customizing,
She's beautiful.
kind
But
of
there's beautiful and then there's beautiful.
like
What
side
we need
missions, I
is
guess.
a Stormbird Talon. Lightning flows over them like water off a goose. And I know where one is. Hunt it with me, I'll turn that weapon into your new best friend. And second best.
Yeah, that would be
You're
cool
sure
actually,
you
because
can
that one
fix
does
up this
damage.
You bet.
You're telling me you own
Just
Ori and
need
the
that
Blind
Stormbird
Forest and have
Talon.
never played it? That is precisely what I'm telling you.
You're sure you...
You bet.
Remind me what we need.
That Thunderjaw's...
So we need parts from a Stormbird and a Thunderjaw? And you know where to find them.
That's right.
Hasn't been in any
It's gonna
stream
take some
poll. It
traveling,
has.
though.
It's never won one.
We can find a Thunderjaw out in the valley.
Not a big fan of
and a
platformers, they just
Stormbird
aren't for
roosts
me.
near the free heat. I'll pack and meet you out there. This will be fun.
Like, I guess I could see that. It's just there's platforming in like so many different types of games. But yeah, I guess like a dedicated platformer. So like Metroidvania type games aren't your jam. So I think that's what Ori is, right? It's like a total Metroidvania type of thing.
Long Notch is well stocked, as you asked.
And our scouts are watching for more frost claws.
Our numbers rise. 3 more hunters have passed their trials.
I feel this time I need to get some healing sleep. Yeah, do it up, Heretic. Have a good rest, man. Enjoy the rest of your night. Ori and the Blind Forest is one of the best platformers I've played. Actually, just bought it. Oh, nice. Played my friend's version, and it was just on sale for $4.99. Sick. Well, it'll be on one of my next stream polls then. Oh, that was one of the things I was thinking about adding for the stream currency is the ability to not choose the next game that I'll play, but choose a game from my backlog to like be in the next poll. So like have it, because I only choose like a small handful of games from my backlog, and it's kind of hard to decide which ones to pick. So but it just, I don't know how to word that, basically. I don't know how to concisely let people understand what I'm trying to convey and spend their stream currency on it knowing what they're doing. That's the big thing. Can I add Pillars of Eternity to the poll? I guess I could add like any game. The thing is, like, I'm really cheap. But yeah, I suppose I could add games that I don't own or have access to. I don't think I have Pillars of Eternity.
But our purpose was to take back the mountain. Now what?
I'm trying to remember actually. Is it on my backlog? It might be.
Should we not return, defending the cut falls to you. If our
No Dragon Age Origins.
agrees with this course.
Sounds like good advice.
Usually I try to play games I've never played before, but
Chieftain?
I mean, do you find it interesting to see someone play an RPG that they've already beaten? You liked Hollow Knight, you like Ori and the Blind Forest? I did. I really liked Hollow Knight.
I take it you haven't spoken to Araya yet?
Really challenging.
Why should I?
But,
This
I
is
mean, that's what
she
that type of
wanted,
game is.
To return to Thunder's Drum. It is her only care. So I should have known she would find a way to push aside.
Sort of
my
like a Metroidvania
After the
Souls Light.
Karja took my sister, not all of her came back.
What happened to Araya when she was a captive of the Karja?
As a shaman,
She's adept with machines. Tracking them, stunning them. The Carja used her to capture them for the Sun Ring, where they were unleashed upon the innocent.
Oh, shit.
They made her part of their blood sport. The shame she suffered beneath their pitiless sun.
She survived.
She endured. Endured by reminding herself of the spirit, her purpose. And now that's all she has.
Maybe I should save it for the new PC. Yeah, I mean, I would say wait to play anything new for the new PC for sure. I gotta go early class tomorrow. Yeah, sounds good, dude. Have an awesome night. Yeah, it's fucking 5 a.m., man. Go to bed. The first great sale I saw on Steam in a long time. I know, it's hard to catch them. I see them now and then, though, and there's some games that I've thought about picking up when I've seen they've been like 75% off, and there's something that's on my backlog, but like, or on my wish list, but like my backlog's so big already.
Tell me what happened to the first expedition.
Rhea led the way to the
I want the whole Dragon Age series, but we gotta start somewhere.
Blocked by a great door. Some kind of call.
Yeah, I guess if I replayed the first Dragon Age, then I could roll that into Dragon Age 2 and 3 that I've never played. That could be really fucking fun, actually.
Exhausted. No way forward and machines behind. I made the call to push back. It cost us greatly. But to remain would have cost us everything.
That might be fun. Either way, stay active on the Discord, and I'll be sure to sort of, you know, message about different ideas I've got.
What do you think is beyond that door?
I do not know. That expanse
Wonder if
of metal,
Wolcen got an update. It's apparently a top seller now on Steam. I've never heard of that.
Sacred belongs there. Machines and death. That's what the mountain holds. Death for us or for the daemon.
And if we do find the spirit?
Then perhaps we should put it out of its misery.
Just an action RPG. Cool.
For what it's worth?
I don't know. Some action RPGs are really good. Like Kingdom of Amalur or whatever. I actually really enjoyed that game. I think it was kind of underrated. And I only say that because I hadn't heard anything really about it. I don't even remember why I ended up with it. Maybe it was like on Uber sale and it was like highly rated or something, but yeah, I dug the crap out of it. I thought it was super good. So this is, I think, the last mission of the DLC. So it's probably going to be really long. I'm thinking maybe what we should do is just like save and look at perhaps a raid. I bought and returned it a long time ago. It was kind of shitty then. Oh, well, it's probably not that much better. A lot of the reviews are just about waiting for Diablo 4. I make a point of not playing early access games. Yeah, that's smart, honestly. Probably just had a massive spike recently. So let's throw a raid at someone. I think if you guys feel like sticking around for the raid, that's always nice. I've got nice raid message for subscribers, raid message for people who aren't subscribed. Yeah, I don't know. Raids are always more fun with more people and, you know, bigger impact. So, I'm thinking, where should we throw a raid at? We could throw it at Neko. He's rocking Sekiro.
We have enough worries.
There's Leolux. She's been playing Pokemon.
Your song has kept me company in your absence.
You can check out someone new. Let's go to Neko. I really enjoyed Sekiro. It's cool to see that he's playing it. Let's do that. So yeah, if you guys are up for joining me for a raid, we'll go say hi to him.
Foolish young hunters. They speak of the claws beneath as though it's some common machine.
Street Fighter V is $8. Wow, that's really cheap. I heard that kind of flopped too. I've never been a big fan of fighting games just in general, but I do like Soul Calibur. But yeah, if a fighting game doesn't have a dedicated button for blocking, I find it. I don't find the controls very intuitive. Like, not holding back to block is something that only exists in fighting games, and I never played any of the fighting games that have it, so it's just not something I enjoy. I wish I was streaming right now, indeed. But yeah, we'll go say hi to Nekobato. We'll throw all our lurks at him, and yeah, feel free to throw down one of the raid messages. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'm probably not going to be streaming, going out to D&D, and I mean I might stream for a little bit afterward, but it might be nice to kind of catch up on a couple episodes of a TV show or something. But hopefully I'll see you guys on Thursday. I think we'll probably play a little bit more Horizon Zero Dawn actually. So have an awesome night, everybody. How do I copy on mobile? I don't know. Long press on the message, perhaps? I have no idea. I guess, I don't know. Either type it out or just type whatever you like. Doesn't matter to me. Yeah, looks like the raid's about to fire, so yeah, be sure to stay hydrated, and hopefully I'll catch you guys soon.